Hello everybody, I am the Black Sigma, or you could just call me Eric, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya. She's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelley D. Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Engarde, your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley D. Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me... Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Engarde hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock? Yeah, I guess not. Maya. Please. All I ask is that you make it home safe and sound. Date unknown, time unknown, and location unknown. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Date, time, and location still unknown. What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Don't know why I was doing that voice. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Right. Clues. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And is this a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets in here. But what is an antenna doing here? Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see the nickel samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. Well, kind of immersion breaking that I have access to Phoenix's court record. But take a good look at this photo. Take a good look at that photo. Huh. Something written here. Let's see. Think it says, "With love, Celeste"? I bet this could be a clue. Sure could be, Maya. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? You think it's a bear? Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. Wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Oh hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. Locked, of course. Doesn't look like I can use the card to open this one. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Ah! It seems that your Mr. Right is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean... Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! Mr. Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, Pearls? Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. Guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engarde. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Okie dokie. The detention center. That's the one. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Ah, have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Engarde. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Huh. Okie dokie then. From Wright & Co. to... the hotel? Guess I can't go straight to his house. Alright now, Mr. Nick, let's go look for clues. We have to for Maya's sake. Old bag, don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised, but I wish it was something more valuable. I wanted his heart, it was all for me. It's all your fault, you've awakened the wild beast in Old Bag. Miss Old Bag. Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No airs get in or no air gets out. Then why do you keep putting it on? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. Can I... Now I can go to his house. Engarde Mansion living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Oh, wow. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Chew the kitty cat. Yeah, Pearl, just, give me a sec. Okay, now where were we? She! So I guess this is Chew. Aw, what a lovely cat! Hello, She! The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me? Phoenix? Tell me that you recognize this man. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Engarde's lawyer. Phoenix? Phoenix, you have seen this man face to face once before, when he took Maya to answer the phone in the Gatewater. Surely you're not going to... The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Right. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. Phoenix, how do you not remember the face of a man that is stitched right down the middle, wearing a monocle? Not exactly a common face. Hey, I want to present you with this transceiver. Fine. Be that way. Let's talk about you. What do you know about Mr. Engarde? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master's capable of such a foul deed as murder. Anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to... Cute cat you got here. It's my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoe. Anything else? Nope. Then I no longer need this scrap of paper. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. We should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now if you'll excuse me. I cannot believe that Phoenix didn't recognize the guy that walked away with Maya. How? How could he not recognize that face? Hey, before I leave this crime scene, this house, Nick, examine this door. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. But it's a cat door. Oh, you mean shoe? The door's locked. Guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. What's that? I hear muffled screaming of a girl who sounds to be about 18, is a spirit medium, knows me by name. Wait a minute. Fine. Great, glad we had that run-in and nothing else. Time to start talking to people. You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper. Light years is a measurement of distance, not time. And she's just gonna keep shooting me no matter what I ask her until this point. Okay. Here you go. Ms. Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... edgy poo? Is that a perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell? Ooh. Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? Yeah, I sure do. Just thought of something I have to do, no messing around, you do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it. He only has eyes for one person. No one. Edgeworth doesn't have feelings for anyone. It'd be stupid of me to imagine that he would have feelings for a defense attorney, of all things. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. Isn't she 8? And I'm a fully grown adult? What, is she jumping to slap me in the face? Jeez. Let's continue our investigation. What now? One little thing before I forget, you can't go into Engarde's room today. Why? Police's main investigation team's gonna be in there all day, yeah? So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag. I feel like I've felt enough of your wrath today, Oldbag. Looks like we're the only ones here, and yet the hotel seems so busy somehow, because the police team is scouring for killer clues. Hey, city boy. Whatta? You're still here? Reckon course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's about to happen. But do you have a camera? Reckon given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out there like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Actually, it was Wendy Oldbag that stole your camera. Ah, my baby, my 1600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So put in a few good words for me and get me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? So, about the note that was left inside your camera case. Ah, that ditty I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Oh. I completely misread that sentence and I'm not going to repeat what I thought it said out loud. You mean the stuff about Engarde shoving his manager, Lady, onto Caridia? Why do you keep adding an extra I into that word? I don't do that, you do that! Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sorta wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders. Hey, what's with you? Why you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly gotten older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Want to ask you about the night of the murder. What, you really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... brace yourself, Phoenix, here it comes! I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady... Pearl, the southern accented child. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. Guess that means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming in to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, Lillian. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure to bring it right to me, you hear? Would you please just leave already? Jeez. Well, the only room I can go to is Carida's, so... Lots of groaning. From whom? Mr. Nick? What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts! I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon. Excuse me? What's who you're calling a demon, brat? Ah! Zoinks! It's the alien! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Ms. Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with young'uns today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Right. Talk to me about the night of the murder one more time. Talked about it plenty during the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with an imbecilic look on her face. If you're gonna take notes, make it sound better. Jeez. Working that night too, minding your own business. Right. Could you tell me more about Mr. Kurita? Most popular star? Heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Engarde. Well, that's just a recent thing, but bad luck and all that. He was gonna become a bigger star than he used to be. Look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. The mountain is pretty big. Nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pulse? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing in here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know, when my dear Juan was training, he fought bare-handed with the bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuck it out down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. Ugh, that startled me. Thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. I mean, you could have fooled me. Maya. How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then... a little... What's with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad. Connect. Damn it. Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Oh, excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? Should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Well, that sure ain't Wendy Oldbag. Criminal Affairs Department? Well, everybody looks really busy with something or another. Probably straightening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Huh, they're talking about over 100 victims? Mr. Engarde isn't that big and bad of a criminal. They're working a different case. No, they're not. They're working the case of Shelley D. Killer. Oh, my office? Hey, welcome back, pal. Thought I'd make you a little something for dinner, but that's nice. Thanks. Rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. Sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops, look like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've gotta be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. I already asked you about those things. Wait. You said you could track the signal of this thing, right? The transceiver? I'm Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static, pardon me. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? So what is that? Because I'm Phoenix Wright and I don't know these concepts? Something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Ah, when you put it that way, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? It sure does here in 2017, in which we still use flip phones. Yeah, alright. Huh? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh yes, the TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about. Wow. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, gotta be something there sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speak of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Karida's room. The scene of the murder. What? That's it, I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! We should be going too, Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. But also he's sneaking into the precinct after he was fired. What a terrible idea. Also, I've let this video run on a little bit long. Oops. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.